Feeling disappointed in yourself is one of the toughest emotions to navigate. It's that heavy, sinking feeling when you believe you've fallen short of your own standards. Maybe you missed a deadline, didn't get the promotion you worked so hard for, or simply feel like you're not living up to your potential. Whatever the reason, that sting of self-disappointment can be paralyzing. But what if I told you that this feeling, as painful as it is, can be a powerful catalyst for growth? It doesn't have to define you or hold you back. Today, we're going to talk about how to transform that disappointment into a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. We'll explore practical, actionable steps to help you move through this feeling, learn from it, and come out stronger on the other side. So if you've ever been your own harshest critic, stick around. This one's for you. The first step, and often the hardest, is to simply acknowledge your feelings. It's so tempting to push that disappointment down, to pretend it isn't there, or to distract yourself with other things. But suppression is like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Sooner or later, it's going to pop back up, often with more force. So give yourself permission to feel it. Say it out loud. I feel disappointed in myself right now. There's no shame in it. Acknowledging the emotion doesn't mean you're wallowing in it. It means you're being honest with yourself. It's the first crucial step toward processing it. Think of it like a physical injury. You can't treat a wound if you pretend it doesn't exist. You have to look at it, clean it, and then start the healing process. Emotional wounds work the same way. By recognizing your disappointment, you take away its power to fester in the dark. Once you've acknowledged the feeling, it's time to play detective and identify the root cause. Ask yourself, what specifically triggered this feeling? Was it a single event, like a failed exam, or a series of small things that have built up over time? And more importantly, why does this particular thing matter so much to you? Often, our deepest disappointments are linked to our core values and aspirations. Maybe failing that exam feels like you've let down your family, or not getting that promotion makes you question your competence and worth. Understanding the why behind the what is incredibly revealing. It shows you what you truly care about. This isn't about blaming yourself, it's about gaining clarity. When you understand the source of the pain, you can start to address it directly instead of just fighting the symptoms. This self-awareness is your roadmap to moving forward effectively. Now let's talk about that little voice in your head, the inner critic. When we're disappointed, this voice can get really loud, saying things we would never dream of saying to a friend. You're a failure. You'll never get it right. What's wrong with you? This kind of negative self-talk is destructive, not constructive. The key is to challenge it. When that harsh thought pops up, I want you to stop and question it. Is it really true that you're a total failure because of one mistake? Of course not. Replace that sweeping, harsh judgment with something more balanced and realistic. For example, instead of "I ruined everything," try "I made a mistake, and I'm disappointed, but I can learn from this." This isn't about lying to yourself. It's about shifting from a destructive mindset to a constructive one. You're moving from being a critic to being a coach. A coach points out what went wrong but also focuses on how to improve next time. This leads us to our next point, setting realistic expectations. Sometimes our disappointment comes from setting the bar impossibly high. We expect perfection from ourselves, and when we inevitably fall short, because we are human, we crash hard. Take a moment to reassess your goals. Are they genuinely achievable, or are you setting yourself up for failure? Maybe you aim to run a marathon with only a month of training, or you expected to master a new language in a few weeks. It's great to be ambitious, but your goals should also be grounded in reality. This might mean breaking a huge goal into smaller, more manageable steps, or it might mean adjusting your timeline. Setting realistic expectations isn't about lowering your standards. It's about creating a pathway to success that honors your current capacity and builds momentum. Success, even small success, is a powerful antidote to disappointment. Every setback, every mistake, and every moment of disappointment contains a lesson. The trick is to see it as information, not as a final judgment on your character or abilities. Instead of thinking, "I failed," try thinking, "This approach didn't work. What can you learn from this experience? What would you do differently next time?" This mindset shift turns a painful event into a valuable data point. It's what separates people who are resilient from those who get stuck. Successful people don't avoid failure. They learn from it faster and more effectively than anyone else. So get curious about your disappointment. Analyze it without judgment. Treat it like a puzzle to be solved. This process turns a negative experience into fuel for your future success. It ensures that the pain you felt wasn't for nothing. It was a tuition payment for an important life lesson. Overcoming a big wave of disappointment can feel overwhelming, so don't try to fix everything at once. Instead, focus on taking small corrective steps. If you're disappointed about your fitness level, don't demand a 2-hour gym session from yourself tomorrow. Start with a 15-minute walk. If you're behind on a big project, focus on completing just one small task. The goal here is progress, not perfection. Each small step forward helps rebuild your confidence and creates positive momentum. It proves to your brain that you are capable of moving forward. Celebrating these small wins is also crucial. Did you stick to your 15-minute walk? Awesome. Acknowledge that. This process of taking small, consistent actions is how you climb out of the hole of disappointment. It's less about one giant leap and more about a series of steady, deliberate steps in the right direction. Throughout this entire process, one of the most vital practices is self-compassion. Think about how you would treat a close friend who came to you feeling disappointed in themselves. You'd listen, you'd offer comfort, you'd remind them of their strengths, and you'd encourage them not to be so hard on themselves. Now, why is it so hard to offer that same kindness to ourselves? Self-compassion isn't about making excuses or letting yourself off the hook. It's about treating yourself with the same empathy and support you give to someone you care about. It's acknowledging that it's okay to be imperfect. It's okay to make mistakes. You are human. When you're feeling low, try placing a hand over your heart and saying something kind to yourself, like, "This is a difficult moment, but I can get through it." This simple act can change your entire emotional state, allowing you to approach your challenges with a sense of care rather than criticism. When you're bogged down by disappointment, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. That's why it's so important to reconnect with your purpose, your why. Why did you start this journey in the first place? What was the initial passion or goal that set you on this path? Take some time to reflect on that. Maybe you started your business to create more freedom for your family. Maybe you started learning an instrument for the pure joy of making music. Reminding yourself of your deeper purpose can put a single setback into perspective. It's just one chapter in a much larger story. This disappointment doesn't negate your entire journey or your ultimate destination. Reconnecting with your why refuels your motivation and gives you the strength to push through the temporary pain. It reminds you that this journey is worth the struggle. Finally, view every experience of disappointment as an opportunity to build resilience. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you develop like a muscle. And just like building muscle, it requires resistance. Disappointment is a form of emotional resistance training. Each time you face it, acknowledge it, learn from it, and move forward, you are becoming emotionally stronger. You're teaching yourself that you can handle setbacks. You're proving to yourself that a fall doesn't have to be the end of the race. Over time, you'll notice that while disappointment may still sting, it no longer has the power to derail you completely. You'll bounce back faster, with more wisdom and more confidence in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. This is the ultimate transformation, turning one of life's most difficult emotions into your greatest source of strength. So let's quickly recap. When disappointment hits, remember to acknowledge the feeling, identify its root cause, and challenge that negative inner voice. Adjust your expectations to be realistic, and treat every mistake as a lesson. Take small, manageable steps forward. and practice relentless self-compassion. Reconnect with your purpose and use the entire experience to build your resilience. Dealing with self-disappointment is a journey, not a one-time fix. Be patient and kind with yourself along the way. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on personal growth and well-being. Let me know in the comments which of these steps you're going to try first. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.